So in this video, I'm going to explain the different ways customer assignment can happen and does happen utilizing Cloud CRM app. And so we have require customer select on checkout, and this option right here will just trigger across the board. There's not even an item assignment. It just will require customer select on checkout regardless of items. And if all you're doing is Tobacco Scan Data loyalty program, yours should be off. But if you're utilizing Cloud CRM for customer checkout assignment and not for the loyalty, not for the Altria or Reynolds loyalty, the tobacco loyalty program, then this is your feature. So for tobacco merchants, this is not the feature. It should be off. And if you are the tobacco merchant and have an issue where items that should not be triggering for customer assignment are triggering for customer assignment, do this. Go to the three lines, workflow management, click on require customer select and make sure that it's off. Okay. Now, your Altria loyalty program will have, by the very least, most commonly will have this thing called PM USA P1-P4. There it is. Right. So this will be most commonly 2. This will most commonly be $1.20, and this will be a mix, and this will be trigger discount once, for example. And then you would select all of your Marlboros. I only really have, I believe, one Marlboro. So let me select it. Alright, so here's our Marlboro Silver. Here it is. So you should have more Marlboros selected here. Trigger once. Say you only want to trigger this thing once per transaction, that's trigger once. If you want to keep triggering 2, 4, 6, then you can just say keep triggering without limit, like that. I'm gonna keep it on trigger once. All right, so now it's on. And this right here also triggers customer select, but only in the case of that particular Marlboro that I've selected, or all the other Marlboros that you've selected. So having this on triggers the customer assignment. Having this on triggers customer assignment. If you're just doing the loyalty program, this should be off. Okay? Now, in Reynolds, it's the same thing exactly, right? So you just choose from the program and set it up. Now, another customer assignment is age verification. And if it gets turned on, you have a way, so basically it'll handle all your tobacco items, and then you can just say, 21 is when you're triggered, 21, see how it says like all the tobacco items are already assigned, but you can grab, let's say, that Marlboro there. Here it is, select, right? And so we have now Altria and age verification turned on. In this case, age verification will trigger first, right? And it's integrated, so you don't have to do both. It'll basically let you select the customer after you've age verified them. And so you can use both of these together. But again, for tobacco merchants, age verification is okay. Altria loyalty, all the loyalty programs are okay. This should be off. For somebody who just does age verification, that's perfectly fine. You can just go into age verification and use it by saying, what the age you're, verifying against and what items you want to do with. And if you don't have anything in scan data, that's no problem, because all that is just automatically selecting items that we know need to be age verified. So that's all that is. And so that can be done on its own, that can be done on its own, and all of these things can be done on its own. And age verification also does work beautifully with Altria loyalty and Reynolds loyalty program, but again, require customer select needs to be off. I hope this helps, but let us go ahead and show you so right now my age verification is turned on, right? And I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to go to register, and I'm going to grab my Marlboro Silver. There it is. And so see, it goes for age verification, right? And there's many different ways of verifying this age. So first we can scan the driver's license. We can manually verify by putting in the wheel, just selecting the year. We can do a returning customer where we can enter a phone number, and if they've verified before, we'll know who they are. So watch, we can do 619-246-8236. That's our number. And it says, okay, so here's all the customers that have this number, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one, and it's gonna say, all right, so what's the age for this customer? We're gonna say like this, like that, right? And we're gonna go ahead and hit save. So now you're age verified, right? And you can hit continue, and so the customer is selected. And so if I do this, there's my loyalty discount. P1 USA, PM USA P1-P4 is running, and the other one is running, and so the discounts got split, and so $1.20 is 60 and 60. There it is. And because we've entered, right, the age, watch, I can go back, but before that, let me show you something else. So I'm gonna go to Cloud CRM, and I'm gonna go to workflow management, and I'm gonna turn off age verification for a second. Right, so now we just have the loyalty program. This one will trigger the customer assignment on Marlboro, and this one is off, right? So I'm gonna go to register, and I'm gonna grab my, oh, that's not my Marlboro. Let me just search for Marlboro. So here's my Marlboro. Right, so here's my customer, and I can just do a search by customer like this, 246-8236. There we go, and just pick that customer, and if and that's it, right? So I just go another one, and there's the discount, and now this is how it shows. And it shows me that it did my multi-pack 50 cents, and it did my PM USA, the loyalty $1.20. And there's that. So that's kind of how it works without the age verification. And now let me show you one last thing. So in the age verification, like for example, I can go into advanced settings and then click on verification and turn this thing on. Allow for visual authorization option. So this is another quick way to age verify somebody. So let me do this again. We're gonna go ahead and select our Marlboro. Here we go. And we're gonna hit save. All right, so the age verification is now turned on, and I've given extra option of verifying age. So we're gonna go ahead and choose Marlboro here. So here it is, and there's our age verification. And now if I go here, it has this visual authorization button. So boom, age verified. And then it just takes you to loyalty customer, because we just skipped all the age verification thing. It's gonna say, all right, so who's the customer? And it's taking us to this screen. So you can kind of scroll if you want. You can search by number. And if you enter a number that doesn't exist, let's say, we don't have this number, like that. And it's gonna say right away, there's no customer with this number. Do you want to create a new customer with this number? You say create, it's done. Customer's created and it's added. So either way you go, it's fairly quick. But the point is that this thing will conflict, because watch. So right now we have age verification. Let me turn this off, for example, right? And now we have Altria turned on, and we have require customer select turned on. So Altria is triggering on customer on Marlboro. Customer select will trigger on everything else. Watch. So I'm gonna say save here, and I'm gonna grab an item that should not be triggering, but because we have require customer select, it is triggering. All right, and then you can close it, and then if you do Marlboro, it's not doing that anymore. So the problem is this: you want to close that. You don't want to run this. So if you're doing loyalty program for scan data, don't run this. Require customer select needs to be off. Okay.